For my tech talks, I'd like to talk about Symbaloo. Um, at first, when I used this program, I thought it wasn't that great, and then as I've become more familiar with it, I find it a really useful tool that you could use personally or professionally. So, and it's free. So you just go to www.symbaloo.com and you fill in the login form. And I'm going to just log into my name, and you'll see the login screen. So this is the front screen for Symbaloo, and I have my own favorite places that I like to go on the net, my frequently go-to places that I go to, and I find that these things are easy to keep at reach instead of trying to find a bookmark that it may be gone or deleted. This keeps everything right at one little place. I also, since I'm a kindergarten teacher, use another school's Symbaloo for my students so I can use things to help reinforce what they're learning. I also keep Common Core standards in here as well, and I borrowed that from another site, and another school had this Houghton Mifflin Theme 9 that fits perfectly in with our themes coming up, and so I keep all of those handy. Anytime any of my classmates have given me anything that's been fantastic that I've needed to keep, I've placed it in my Symbaloo under GCU so that I have it when I want it. And so what's happening is when I find something in the text that I think is going to be really fantastic, I place it in here as well so that I can keep it, and I can be reminded of it. So let me show you how to use Symbaloo. First of all, everything here is called a tile, and you can create a tile really simply by clicking on the tile, and this little screen comes up, and you can create a tile or you can search for tile. I'm going to create a tile, and I found a website that I really like. It's called Zondel. And if I just put that in, it comes up automatically, and I can choose the icon, I can choose the background for it, I can choose the title, it can show as a text to what I'd like, so I can see it instead of trying to guess which icon I've used, and then I can click on save. I already have this one in my tiles, so it's right there and I can use it anytime I want. The really neat thing about this is that you can post these and share them, or you can lock them down and keep them private. You can have your profile available for other people so they can do searches on what web mixes you've created, and other users can use it as well. And you can see how many people have added your web mix or used your web mix, or how many times I've showed up in search results. You can change your preferences in Symbaloo so that it shows a new screen. You can change your sizes of your web mix. You can pretty much make it any way you want. You can have it as a Google default. You can it can remember your last search or clear all your searches. In your account settings, it's going to keep your name and your username. You can change your password. You can change your language, and apparently the region Netherlands. That's really interesting since I'm not in the Netherlands. So I'll change that right now and then save my changes. And the help screen is really super easy to use too. If you have any questions, you can ask right here, and it will go in, and you can look up things and post things, and it can give you any kind of answer to your question. Going back to Symbaloo. So each of these little icons, these little tabs, is called a web mix, and then each of the little screens here is called a tile. And so you can put anything you want in. You can change your options on these so that you can mix them, rename them. You can change the wallpaper in the background, so maybe you feel like you needed a beach scene, you could have that. You could go with colors. Maybe you feel like you needed a little winter scene, trees or grass. So you could change it to whatever you like. I prefer the solid for my eyes, just because it's easier to see. You could change your web mix icons. I have a chocolate lab, so the brown paw makes sense for me. And you can make them so that they're see-through, or you can have them so that they're solid. So it's up to you. And these preferences are just what you like. You can remove anything you want. You can set up things so that you can go and share these web mixes. You can update your web mixes. You can stop sharing anything that you want. You can add comments and turn comments off for others that would use them as well. And this feature allows you to update your web mix when you've put it out there so that other people can see it and it can be fresh. I really hope you like this. Try it out. See if there's something that you enjoy. And I hope you had a great time. Thanks.